Are you on board? What's up, Jamie? Yeah. It's a friendship, it's a kinship, it's a relationship, and all that means is what a brunch bunch ship as we turn back the clock to the timeless classics on this Throwback Thursday. Remember, it's not just about nostalgia, it's about a fellowship with God. Just like the vintage tune, what a fellowship. Our journey today is a divine connection with the music of our hearts. Let these melodies remind you of the enduring fellowship we have with God that transcends time. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this Throwback Thursday. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. You know, today is my favorite day of the week, but of course, any day above ground is a good day for me. Listen, we got a great show for you today. Today, our guest co-host joining Tamara Fair and I is none other than Marc Supreme from Hot 97, Peoria, Illinois. He is the program manager. He's doing some great things. We're going to talk all things hot topics. We're going to get it done from 12 to 1 right here on Inspiration 1390.
Hey guys,
all right, perfect. You cut it right on time. You know, just a little. That's enough. That's enough.
Home is not just a place.
Okay, now you can cut it down. Now I hate hearing myself. Okay, I feel like my sponge wasn't sponging or something in the middle right here. Okay. Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay, turn it up where I can hear it a little. So just she muted. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened?
Did you see this? She only got a year.
Well, that's enough.
No.
I mean, all she did was lie. Right, that's enough. That's actually too much.
She used taxpayer dollars.
I mean, your president lied and got 94 counts. And, look, I know people who did way worse and just got a slap on the wrist.
Secure home and automation. You've heard the name. Now experience the promise of ultimate
She'll get straightened out.
Stacey Chauncey at 866-447-3344. Stacey Chauncey, 866-447-3344.
Right. Jackson, are you searching for a life-changing word? Look no further than Corby Bush Ministries. Tune in every Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time to the Word Network. Corby Bush Ministry brings you powerful messages that will touch your heart and transform your life. You added them to security.
His name is, it's literally Marcus. You don't know his full name.
It ain't Supreme if you put Supreme.
That's all I had. It didn't say his real name. I could text Jasmine, but I don't know the actual name. Do you know it?
Don't forget, tune in this Saturday at 6 p.m. I can't remember it. On Facebook, he Neiman Marcus.
Are you interested in building generational wealth? Are you interested in purchasing your dream home?
With messaging system.
Are you interested in learning
3094
Hamilton.
3
Hamilton?
4
Yep.
4?
I'm gonna text Jasmine right now.
10 seconds.
Oh, well, Tammy not here. Move it to what's going on. Lord Jesus. Oh, play a song. Play a song. Yeah, play a song.
Affiliated real estate agents are independent contractor sales associates.
Because neither one of our guests are in the building.
Subsidiary of Real G Brokerage Group.
I'm always on time and the only one here. So, you heard.
What?
So I'm always on time, the only one here.
Okay.
That's how people do. They be on time 2 days and want to start talking about everybody else.
All right, Marcus Hamilton.
He said he coming up.
Oh, you got in? Sure. Okay.
So I know all of these songs are not mainstream, Zoe, because you can give us a little volume today. We ain't gonna get muted today. What's today's day? Yeah. Give God. Help me live, Jesus. Help me live, Jesus. Oh, I'm like, what now? CD skipping is happening. Andra. Hey, Willetta Haywood, how are you? He said coming up. I don't let me know when he at the door.
Okay.
Where's Tammy?
She was supposed to be here at 12:03.
I mean, because Texas.
Jasmine updated it. Maybe that's the reason he's behind. Oh, 12:08. She said she's not. Regardless, though.
Right. It's 12:12. How many minutes we got on there?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I need somebody up in this studio.
Oh, we introduced Justice. We haven't introduced him yet.
We have not introduced Justice.
That's a good idea.
Justice, you ready for your time to shine?
You gotta get on the mic. Let's do it.
Okay, have a seat. Put that mic in front of you.
Let's get you a clip.
Jackson, you still logged in our brunch month? Okay, get a clip. Justice Hightower.
That's a name.
Huh?
That's a name. That's a great name.
Yeah, a minute and a half.
All right. Well, we're running out of time. Fade it and drop what's going on.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is when you are raised in the church, you know one thing. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Sometimes you just walk up in the sanctuary and they say, and coming up next is Brother Marcel Jackson. And I'm like, wait, I'm on program. But no, listen, and you know what? We have a new intern here. And like we do with all of our interns, we like to introduce them and get them engaged. And so he was not alerted that he would be live on the air. But when I told him, he stepped right up to the mic. And I want to give a warm brunch bunch welcome to Justice Hightower.
Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, Justice, we are glad to have you on the team. Now, Justice is a graduate of Columbia College. Tell the believers about your major.
Yes, I was a major in filmmaking. My goal has always been an actor since I was a young boy. And I just finished my undergraduate degree last spring. And this past year, I've just been working on my own. Happy to get this job.
Well, I am happy to have you on board. Shout out to one of our previous interns, Key, who introduced me to Justice. And it's I don't know what. I got another intern tapping me. He has not learned that I cannot multitask, so don't bother me while I'm talking. But no, I got you, Jackson. But Justice, that is great. But I do want to share a brief testimony. I've been working with young people for many years, and I'm not that old, but for many years, probably 15 years, I've been working with youth employment, help hiring young people, working with them, running youth employment programs. And I cracked a joke Sunday at church and said, these young people are getting worse and worse from when I started. But I don't think it's that the young people are getting worse. I think my nerves are just, I'm getting older. I don't have the patience like I used to. But I'm excited because we've been blessed with some great interns. A shout out to one of our very own, if you remember believers, Matt, who was with us many years ago, probably when I first started here 5 years ago. And I got to go meet Matt yesterday. And Matt is doing some great things, Justice. And so, you all are just really, I'm excited to have you. And, we're going to make sure that you go far. And, Tamara is an actress herself. So she can definitely help you in your career in filmmaking and becoming an actor. So welcome to the Brunch Bunch.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, listen, believers, you know what? I told you we got hot topics. We got a great guest co-host, Brother Marc Supreme from Hot 97 Peoria. And, of course, you haven't heard her voice because she's just been in here in awe, staring at me the whole time. That's why she
my God. Now I got to say something. You know what? To be a Christian, you lie every day.
I didn't want to tell her you late, but since you said it,
my God. I was just getting ready to comment on how nice your hair looks.
And I'm about to comment on yours.
Extract that. Subtract, extract. Let me be exact. Listen,
okay, Reverend Jackson with the rhymes. Well, I was going to say maybe she was a little late because her hair is laid up in the studio.
You know what? It is. Today is gloomy, right? But you know what I tell you about sunshine?
Yeah, pull it out your pocket.
Put it where you want it.
And you know what? I told Adam I dream at night. And I dream about work and things to do. And you know what happened the other night? I woke up and it was gloomy outside. And I said, wow, it's so gloomy. And I went in my fake pocket.
Your fake
and
pocket?
Put some sun in there. And I said, I'm
going
going to do
like
Tammy, like Tabby said, for believers, no matter what you're going through, listen, we're going to lift you up on this Throwback Thursday. We got another throwback hit coming your way. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to let it surprise you right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Hey, Zoe.
Okay, Mark and Tammy. Marc Supreme, what's up?
What's up? I'm in the parking. I had to figure it out.
It was
Zoe,
rough.
can I record something and you send it to me on an MP3? Yeah. Okay, it's just 2 little words. It's good night. Okay. I love you. Okay.
You doing a mobile? You doing an audio book now?
No, this is for the turtle.
Oh, it's gonna be your voice.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna have
so
to be.
dope.
It's gonna have to be.
But
Why?
because I gotta do it because they sent it to me in the Asian voice, and I thought that
What?
would, and it was high, like a real thick accent.
Yeah.
Alfred can make your voice, but I think your voice is dope.
It's gonna have to be.
I
I
think
gotta
your,
send it to him.
I think your voice is
ASAP.
dope. Now that's getting you.
Ready?
You ready?
It's 'cause they
Okay. Justice.
just step outside.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Good night. I love you.
That's so. I know.
The turtle talks is gonna say 2 sentences.
You going viral. You gonna be in millions of households.
You think?
I believe
I
it.
hope 160
I
million.
talked to somebody yesterday about you. I said my co-host is ready to be in Walmart,
Yes.
and they said the production is there. I said, trust me, production will be whatever it needs to be
Yeah.
if you can get on Walmart shelf.
You better come on. No, the production is awesome.
No, you know what they say is sometimes people want to be in these big chain stores, but they can't meet
They not
the
big chain
production
Yeah.
needs
Oh, she lost them.
and
Whoever that
can't
is.
afford to mass produce their items.
Give me the orders.
I said, oh, trust
First
me.
of all,
let me tell
the
you,
warehouse is gonna be sitting there waiting for the orders to come in.
okay, so cut this so we can come in.
Don't you love your packaging though?
Let me see. Oh, look at that.
So now, if you had got it in the mail,
So Marc Supreme, he put you in security as Marc Supreme too. You know, you didn't respond to our email with bio and stuff.
Oh no,
So
it
hopefully,
just said update something like that, but gave me the wrong floor number. If I
Oh.
ain't run into her, I'd have been on
27.
Bruh, I ran into her magically.
y'all
And luckily
sent
I
them on.
talked to her. Luckily
Adam, we
talked.
still ain't update that.
Luckily we
update
talked. I'd have definitely been 3 floors down.
Yeah,
Circling
looking
Not
crazy.
10 toes, but 3 floors.
Wow.
So Mark is our guest co-host, so he gonna interact with your
I
story.
love it.
I had to.
I love him. I
Yeah, I
left
know.
him on the elevator.
I believe it.
Yes,
I know it.
This yours. This me?
Yes, yes, it is.
We got like 2 seconds. I'm hot. I got an undershirt that needs to come off.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, put the camera on him, cause he dope. I want everybody to see this.
I mean, check this out. This is what I came for. Though. I need to take this undershirt off.
Dig him damn.
Damn, I graduated in May. DGIM.
Oh, I love
You know, we
it.
love acronyms.
We do. I love this book already. You know, I like an interactive book. College
very
for what?
Yeah, you check out the table of contents or what I call the track list. It's like a literary mixtape. I call it.
Right, I see it. Oh yeah. Not college WAP.
So it's you
Without
know
actually
what
paying.
is, but this is
Of course I
college
do.
without actually paying.
Oh.
I love it.
You know, I ain't gonna go
I'm
too
like,
fast.
because it was a lot of in college.
Huh?
You want me to email it to you?
Yes, please. I gotta send
So
it
you
to
know, in the raw, Zoe.
What's her email?
Tamara Fairford.
Okay.
In here with the homie Marcel up in this thing, you know what I'm saying? Homie, hey, he sent me to the 27th floor. We all good.
I see, in my mind, I was like, maybe they went to the 27th floor.
Tam, checking out the book early.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am so excited to be here with your main man. Look, this is what a must-have. Every shelf should have it. Don't just put it on the shelf, though. Get what's in it. I promise you.
I'm
you'll
about
love
to trademark your main man because she only supposed to say that when she say my name.
it. You don't have no. First of all, it's my
Right.
saying. You don't tell me when to say it and when not to say it. I'm gonna talk about it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from talking about it. Set it off.
I said, please.
That's so dope.
What?
That you using your voice.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, your hair looks great.
Thank you. Yours do too.
Thank you.
We gotta take a lot of pictures today.
I'm out of here.
Oh, Lord.
I'm out of here.
What you about to do in London, though?
My book tour.
Get ready.
Ooh, my book too, that's what's
Dang,
up.
y'all got all that out in the elevator.
That's what's up.
Thank
That's
you.
dope.
Thank you.
What's
so
your
Well, we in the raw.
Well, we rawing up in here. You got it, y'all. But you know what else is raw? That Carly Russell was sentenced to a year for a kidnapping hoax. Does this punishment fit the crime? Do you all remember who Carly Russell
Yes,
was?
we do.
Okay, seems like in unison. See, anytime you say it in stereo, I know you do. So Carly Russell, who confessed to faking her own abduction over the summer, has been found guilty to two actual misdemeanor charges related to her case. So she had pled not guilty to one count of false reporting the law enforcement authorities on one count of falsely reporting the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know I breezed through that, but y'all keep up with the times, right?
Right. They know Carly.
Yes. So Russell, who resides in Alabama, you know where the WW Smackdown went down on the dock, was ultimately found guilty by a judge and sentenced to a year in jail. In addition, she is responsible for paying $18,000 in restitution. But does the punishment fit the crime? Emery Anthony, who is Russell's lawyer, doesn't think so and told WVTM that Russell requested a verdict so that they could appeal the case to a circuit court to circumvent jail time. Well, I think anything is fair when it comes to restitution with the expenses that were done. So we have to say that that's fair. But anytime you assert restitution, it has to be proven. The amount, 17,000 and some change, spent hours by the law enforcement actually finding her. He thinks that would be fair. But 18,000 now, he thinks that that's a little bit excessive. $1,000.
I mean,
Come on.
1,000.
Pick your battles.
Yeah.
So in addition, Anthony said that the Russell had apologized for her actions in July. And the internet was shocked at her alleged disappearance after reportedly going missing following the 911 call that she reported seeing a child walking along the interstate. And then when officers arrived on the scene, they found Russell's vehicle and items, but she was gone. So cops conducted a 49-hour search before Russell came home, stating that she was kidnapped and managed to run away from her captors. However, upon further investigation, police questioned the legitimacy of Russell's claims, and she finally admitted that she had made the whole thing up. I can tell you firsthand, the brunch bunch was looking for Russell. I'm still looking for that missing plane from Malaysia, so you know I was looking for Carly Russell, right? I went way back. I'm going back to the.
Yeah, you took it real back.
Malaysia right now too. I told her
Don't get on no plane.
Yeah,
Better walk.
don't
Better
end
walk.
up missing.
But anyway, so she was released from jail after she managed to post the bond. Now, let me just say this. This kind of is reminiscent of the whole Jussie Smollett.
Oh, Juicy Smollett.
Oh man.
First of all,
It used to be you a Juicy lie. Now it's you a Carly Russell lie.
I'm just saying this, okay? Don't say Juicy Smollett. I want to say it low and intentional so that you understand my impactful voice. Okay. Don't say Juicy Smollett again.
Okay. Anytime
because of you, the man ain't worked since then.
No, it's because he lied. But you still believe Juicy. Do you believe Carly?
Carly said out of her own mouth that she made it up. So I believe Carly. If somebody tells you something about them, do what? Believe them. I believe she made it up. I don't know what she got out of making it up, but I also know that in Chicago, the police have a 20%, and it's declining, a 20% solve rate, right? So I don't know about Mississippi or Alabama or wherever it was that she was, but it seemed like she gave them something to do.
Well, I will say this. Ask the question that you asked in the beginning of the article. Does
the punishment fit the crime?
Restitution, yes. Time, no.
Time, definitely not.
Mark, what do you think?
Man, restitution, definitely. You can do about a couple weeks, though.
You think so?
You can do about a couple weeks.
You can sit it down.
Because look, because this is what happens. We all hear about the person that cried wolf, or things like that.
Yeah.
And so if you pump faking on here, how is the police response going to be? Possibly the next time something really does happen to, if it happens, your response gets delayed and delayed and delayed. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, look, you can't be playing like this.
But
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, and I think that you have a great point. But like in our neighborhoods, it's already delayed. Like they don't
Yeah.
come on
Right.
time
Good point.
anyway. So I'm saying that sometimes you just got to look at why is God got his fingerprint on everything. Why is he
Right.
putting that in the atmosphere? Because he's saying you got to get there quickly anyway, because
Yeah,
that's your
you do.
job. That's what you
Yeah,
signed
that's
up
your
for,
job.
right?
That's your job.
And so sometimes I think you just get a pass. This girl is crying out, right?
Mm.
So it's something deeper than just trying to
Oh,
figure it out.
Now,
wait
so
a
look,
minute.
Look, now, if we're gonna talk about that, I rock with that. So if we're gonna talk about something deeper, now we talking restitution, couple volunteer hours, and you got to go to therapy.
You got to
for
go to
like 3 or
therapy.
4
I
months.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
But I'm not agreeing with you, Sister Soldier, right here. Now, you saying Carly crying out, but you didn't have no sympathy for Jada yesterday with her crying out.
Jada is
No,
bitch.
Jada's not crying out.
Well-
Jada's not crying out. Jada is seeking.
What?
Jada's seeking.
Jada is giving.
Bruh, like, no.
Well, I hate that it happened. But shout out to California. I didn't get to announce it yesterday. Governor Newsom passed a law that's requiring it's a new law about missing African American women and making sure that police forces are putting that at the top of their agenda, and they moving faster than what they have been in the past. So shout out to California for doing it, because a lot of conversation on social media was with the Carly Russell lie. It was setting us back a little bit further.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? For other black women in general, like you setting this us back. You
They're
setting y'all
not
back.
getting found, though, bro.
Yeah, no,
Well,
They're not getting found.
Because I was gonna say, now why
Without Carly, before Carly, and between Carly, they wasn't
they
getting
were
found.
getting
That's
found.
true.
And you know, we got to quit doing that, because white women cry wolf all the time, and there's many stories of white women faking their death.
And here come the Fox.
But they
Fox
still,
News.
yep, they still at the top of the list to be found, regardless if they're lying or not. So Carly should pay for the time wasted, because taxpayers' money paid for the search. She should pay me and Tamara for reporting it every day, even though by day 2, I think I was like, this woman lying.
No, you said it day one.
Okay, maybe I said
No,
it day
you
one.
said it day one. You were like, look, there's something fishy about that. Then you correlated to Jussie Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
And that's when we see this. Where
What
where I
happened to
turn
Juicy?
my
I can't remember
ears
what
up.
happened to Juicy.
So he was in
Juicy,
Chicago.
are you serious? Because you're on that?
So, well, if you don't know believers like Mark, you don't remember. Juicy was in town filming Power.
No, I
and
remember that part. What
it
was the punishment?
It
What
was
happened?
Restitution, no jail time.
Goody. I'm glad.
You know what? I'm
jail
praying for you.
You should pray for me, but I want you to pray for me. I smack myself in the head. You know that I can.
Because you were
I really-
Team Juicy.
All the way. Team
You
R.
was about
Kelly
to go to
all the way.
Alabama with your friends and search for Carly.
Yes.
You
I
know
was.
what?
You
But
said Team R. Kelly?
Definitely. Team R.
Really?
Kelly.
Yeah.
So, like, have you gotten pushback from like other people? Like,
Who
it's like
cares?
women. Oh,
I
I
mean,
like that attitude.
that's
I
my
like that
friend,
attitude.
and that's just how I am. I mean, I'm
Oh, you
loyal
know
to the
Kels,
source.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I don't know him, but that's a different story for a different day. But I'll tell you this, believers, you got to be careful what you do in life, because the ultimate goal is to make it to heaven, and 99 and a half won't do. It's Hezekiah Walker, 99 and a half, right here on the Brunch Bunch.
That was-
Juicy, Carly all should get together and go on tour talking about how not to lie. Look at
Well,
you.
let me just say this. I think that it literally opens up a conversation about accountability in the police force, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
are searching for somebody, you should search for them all. Now, I've always been an
Yeah.
advocate for if you're going to do it to one, do it to them all. If you taking the mass murderer to get a hamburger before you take him to jail, take
Hello.
everybody to get a hamburger before they go to jail. So, and that's what I don't like, cherry picking. That's why I typically side with who we're talking about, the current victim, right?
Yeah.
Or the current culprit. Depends.
So, Tina Hammond said, and she should pay me for listening.
Tina, you've been
Hey,
so funny this
Bettina.
week.
Hey,
I love it.
Bettina.
They should have made her put out a sincere apology for wasting everybody's prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely should release a public statement apologizing.
She should do what?
A public
So-
statement
Zoe, what she said?
apologizing.
I said she need to put out a public video saying that she apologized because she had everybody out there praying for her,
Worried and praying.
worrying, looking for her.
Had me wasting my good prayers.
I didn't like the way she walked into court yesterday. She looked
I didn't see that.
Her whole body language was just like, whatever.
I mean, I don't understand the whole thing. Truthfully, I want to understand what her
Allegedly,
motivation.
about her boyfriend. Allegedly.
So
But what were they
everybody
doing?
about your boyfriend?
But why the boyfriend? What do you mean?
They said that I guess he wasn't
Paying attention to her.
yeah.
Who
and
boyfriend
wasn't
is
trying
paying
to,
attention to them?
And he wasn't basically just
Ain't
wasn't
nobody
trying to get
boyfriend
with her
paying
no more.
attention to them.
So she set up this whole thing.
So
where
let's all just
That's why she did it.
report a fake
Well,
abduction.
she's crazy. How old was she?
Definitely paying
30
attention.
something.
No, I don't think she was in her 30s.
She was definitely. That's a 20-year-old mistake.
Right. So
She
I
was-
like to take into account people's ages too. And I'm only giving her a little grace because
I went into business. I was 20.
Yeah, that's a
20.
good point.
and everybody's not. But you made some mistakes at 22 that
I
you
didn't
wouldn't
make
make.
like
That you
that.
wouldn't make now.
Nah, I didn't make that mistake.
Some people don't advance like you and I, Tammy.
No, I'm just saying. Like
Nah, that's slow.
that's
Yeah.
real
Retarded.
slow.
But I hang around a lot of young people that unfortunately are slow.
Yeah.
But then when I see him now, not saying that he's slow, Facebook, but I was with Matt yesterday. Remember Matt? He's doing very well.
He is.
And Matt,
And he did start off at the race at the tortoise pace.
yeah, he was.
And now he the
But that was all,
fastest hair
and
in
he
the
was
race.
21 then, and he's 26. But he working
I
for a
love me
great
some Matt.
startup company. And you know what? He invited me to his office, and I went by there to visit him yesterday and
I
meet his
love me some
bosses.
Matt.
And before I walked out of there, he introduced me to the head of a venture capital fund who wants to have lunch.
That's
I
nice.
said, look at Matt doing this thing. But he didn't start that way, Sister Damn. Remember, we had to tell him, slow down, Matt. Slow down.
I just knew Matt was doing bumps in the bathroom. Matt had energy that was unexplainable.
Okay, well, I'll give one more minute. We'll cut this going.
We do have an announcement, so we can cut.
Yeah.
It's my day, though.
3 announcements.
This ain't church announcement.
Oh, you said
It is today.
Yeah.
Well, I will snatch your mic and cut it off.
Go to what's going on. Let's go.
Snatch your mic and cut it clean off.
Well, you already did what's going on.
Do it over.
No. Don't listen to them, so I will walk out the studio.
I either wasn't a
Play Mary Mary, I'm walking.
So I'm cool today. I got my shades on Facebook.
And the hair's laid.
And you know what? I'm going to be cool with Marcel and his
What's going
antics.
on, part 2?
Okay.
I got a holder. Yeah. So I usually put it like this.
So what's going on? Oh my God. Would you be quiet? Listen, I want to talk about the war in Israel.
I want to talk about this $10,000 grant.
But not right now. Listen, I was watching the news, and I know you don't watch the news, Tammy, but you got to pay
The worst
attention.
reality show out.
Listen, the news was making me so upset yesterday.
See?
Shout out to my friend Crunchy. You know, remember Crunchy Takara. We were just texting back and forth, but I do want to update the believers on the war that's happening in Israel. So I asked Alfred to write it as a story. So once upon a time in a land where the sands whisper ancient tales. Now, I'm not going to read the story, but he did. When I said write it into a story, Alfred, I didn't know it was going to be a book or like a fairy tale. But I want to update you because it is escalating very fast. And I have some questions about it. So the Israel-Palestine conflict has escalated sharply with both sides facing a deepening crisis. As of today, Israel has tightened its siege on the Gaza Strip, making it clear that there will be no humanitarian exceptions until all its hostages are released. This move comes as a direct response to what has been described as the deadliest attack on Jewish civilians since the Holocaust, perpetrated by the Hamas movement that governs Gaza. Now, the Israeli government, led by former Prime Minister Netanyahu, has vowed to obliterate Hamas, turning all Hamas hideouts in Gaza to rubble. The escalating violence has led to a humanitarian crisis with observers questioning whether civilians in Gaza could go amidst the continuous bombardment. Now, the international community watches with bated breath as the situation unfolds, with diplomatic channels buzzing with activity to try and broker a ceasefire and prevent further loss of life. Now, what's really baffling me, and I hope that Tammy and Mark, you've been really paying attention. This fight is about religion, right? And we have over 900 deaths in the Gaza Strip.
Most of them children.
And a lot of them children, mothers, and about 850 deaths in Israel. So on both sides, a lot of lives are being lost. But I only hear the Israel's, the compassion is for the Jewish community, but nobody's talking about these Palestinians who are losing their lives. And when you look at, so Israel has cut off any support to the Gaza Strip. They've lost all power. Most of their buildings have been bombed to rubble as of now. The Israeli prime minister is telling any country that allows any support to help the Gaza Strip, they will then attack them. It's going to be a beef. It's going to be a problem. But we said yesterday, what religions allow for these type of things to happen? But I want to know, where's the humanity from the Christian Americans who are saying, yes, Israel go, but nobody's saying, let's pray for these Palestinians, because a lot of innocent babies are dying too.
Yeah, and I don't care if they're Palestinian or if they're Israeli. If you're an innocent baby, your life should never have been on the front lines like that. If you decided, whomever the powers that be decided they were going to, instead of talk it out, war it out, the babies should have been exempt from that. Now, Gaza being in the news and this conflict this is not new. If you remember, that was a big topic in the Barack and Hillary campaign about Gaza. And so this has been a long time coming. People were just, when I say people, I mean powers that be, were just staying this execution. So now it has been executed. Now the bombs are dropping. But what really do you intend to, what's your takeaway? Like, what do you intend to gain?
Well, to kill them all and get the land, the Gaza Strip, because
that's how far it goes back, and that's what it's about too.
That's all it is.
And the thing about, and you ask like why, like where's the Christians that are thinking about the the side of Hamas and
the Muslims
and all that. But the thing is, if you look historically, America has always, and for the most part, I dare say, and I'm not an international authority on anything, but I would dare say, we'll always side with Israel. And if you remember back in the Trump administration, he had a little bit of feather ruffling with Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu and all that. And people were vilifying Trump because America, just from as being a Christian nation, we feel, I think when I say America, I think we for some reason feel more adjacent to Israel in that community.
But
and so America's always going to go on. America's always going to side with the Israel side.
Of course, because of the Christian connection, and it's all about religion. And because the Hamas they're claiming, and I mean, I'm not going with the Hamas, but a terrorist group, because they're Hamas, because they're Muslim. But Israel became a nation in 1948, so it's a young nation. And it baffles me because Israel did what Marcus Garvey was trying to do: take African Americans from the U.S. back to Africa and create our own nation. After the Holocaust, Jewish people, and Ottoman, started a movement to create their own nation, and the world gave it to them and displaced the Palestinians. And so then only gave them a strip of land. So they've been at war since 1948. They've been fighting since 1948. But Israel did not see them penetrating their security system because they have walls protecting their borders. But the Palestinians have been training and doing all of this for months secretly. And on the news, they said, and we can't believe not one person leaked this to anybody, because they did not.
This for a while.
And usually you always got that one person who's gonna go and say something out of a whole country.
They did say it, but you also know that he who controls the media controls the mind, and Jewish communities control the media. So of course it's going to be slanted. They got the control. Now, if I controlled the media, it'd be Team Tammy, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, come on.
No,
That's
I'm
the-
saying nobody leaked that they were gonna be attacked.
They probably leaked it, but you didn't hear it because they kept it under wraps.
I don't think the Jewish people kept it under wraps because they would have.
They just retaliated.
Yeah, they would have retaliated. They wouldn't have allowed
them.
them.
That jumped it off, and then Israel has retaliated.
Yes, the Palestinians.
I was under the impression that Israel kicked it off.
No, the Palestinians did.
Oh.
Hamas kicked it off, and so I was looking at the map, and the wall, the security wall, where they killed the village, a Jewish village,
that was terrible.
Kids. They slaughtered them. So I'm like, nobody told the Jewish community that this was about not one person. And this lets you know, I'm like, look, they were displaced. And when you read history, it said Jewish immigrants were awarded the land. And then it makes you think about the migrant crisis we have here. And they had claim to the land because of their religious history. But you displaced a group of people that had been there, and over thousands of years, so many different emperors have ruled this land, and then you just say, okay, in 1948, British said, all right, we're giving it to them. Y'all got to go, and we give you this little strip. So I'm not saying
you
with
must believe it was a deal.
You better believe it.
It was crazy too. I would need my mom here because she know a little bit more about this than I do. But she talks about this beef is biblical. Like we talk about 1948, but this goes back way beyond 1948, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like this is something that's just going to always happen. Like 100 years from now, this is still going to be a topic, I feel.
Yeah. I hope not.
Because it's been thousands of years.
Yeah. It has been, but I just have to hope beyond hope that at some point we can come to a civil resolution so that we're not killing babies.
And what's crazy is, and I feel you, but what's crazy is, it's about land, and when you talk to any real estate person, they say God ain't making no more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's the dilemma, I think.
Yeah,
and you know what? They gave them a little strip, and it's like, but they're also been kind of blocked out because of their Muslim beliefs, and because now they're deemed Hamas is a terrorist group that controls the land. So they're not getting any resources from the world. That's just like Haiti. That's not getting any resources.
It's a little different than Haiti.
Well, it's a little, but if Haiti did come and try to do the same thing to DR, Dominican Republic, I mean, look how they're isolated. They're not getting any support. America don't support. When the Haitian migrants came to the border, they were whipped and roped up by horses, but we got migrants coming from South America who they just letting in. And then to just go to the migrant crisis, I'm gonna let this go. We don't know who's in here. We talked about this a little yesterday, but I had a conversation at a meeting. A lot of these migrants were released from jail. And I had the conversation because somebody said, you guys were scaring me on the radio. I'm like, no, we didn't do that to fearmonger and to make you, we wanted you to protect your homes and protect your houses, of course, be informed. But when you think about it,
don't get caught off like the Jewish community.
Don't get caught off. I mean, but then it's like, what if these migrants rise up and say, well, we had claim to this land way before America and we want to do. Now, do they get a silo of land?
Yeah, that's the biggest squatters' rights you'll ever see.
And I think that fear is probably what Trump fed on a lot when it came to just making claims of migrants in general. Like you said, they're coming in with drugs, guns, and they're raping our kids and this and that and this and that, and just trying to get everybody on board with the wall, with his policies and everything else like that. And it just makes you wonder where, I don't know. It's interesting. It's
weird,
definitely
right?
deep. It's definitely complex for sure.
I think we wouldn't be so politically motivated with these type of conversations, Democrat or Republican. It should just be, let's protect our borders, regardless if you're black, white, yellow, red, Democrat or Republican. We need to protect our borders because I can't go in any country as a black man or a white man without visas, without background checks, without,
5 pieces of ID.
Right, but that's a whole nother story. But we're praying for Israel. We're praying for Palestine. We're praying for Russia. No, we're praying for the Ukraine. I was gonna say the Russian war. The Russian war. We ain't praying for.
Everybody needs prayer.
We just need right. We're praying for everybody, and I'm praying that this storm pass over sooner than later because we do not need another world war. And America is tied into this fight just like every other fight. America is that person in your neighborhood that's in everybody fight.
America has a problem.
Now, America has a problem. But you know what? The problem will pass over. Just keep the faith. Keep believing in God. The storm is passing over right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Good segue.
No, it's last night, and they were showing live footage, and these reporters are like dodging bullets and bombs. But when you look
at following Sean King last night.
Sean King is on one, ain't he?
Because
he's mad.
But you can't see that stuff.
I can't see it.
But his value, I mean,
no, I like that he's showing.
Add value is important because he's saying everybody is rallying around these issues, but when it comes to black issues, you don't hear it's crickets, it's radio silence, and the same issues occur. Now we don't have no land to fight over.
Go back to what you said. Who controls the media?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's bigger than, and that's, I wasn't gonna say that on there because our mics would all got cut off. So that would have been, you know, they will cut you right off. But it's like, it's sad. You know, we don't side with terrorist groups, of course, but when you displace people and you don't give them anything,
they kicked it off. That's what you said. They kicked it off.
Hamas kicked it off.
And then Israel is like coming
Yes,
back.
Everything that's going on now.
Currently, right now, because Israel has been kicking it off.
So let me
before.
just bring it to the streets. If I hit you, right? And no, if you hit me and I beat you up, who wrong?
Yeah, that first person.
Yeah, very
Right.
Yeah. But then,
But now I don't want to come kill your kids because you hit me. See, that's where I got a
that's
problem.
like, okay, now, since you took it down, let's bring it back to the streets. I hit you, then you beat me up. That's different. But if I hit you, then you beat me up, then you shoot me, then you shoot all my family, and then you blow our house up. That's a different story.
Didn't I just say that I'm coming to kill your kids? Can I get some?
No,
help
I'm
here?
just taking it back to your street analogy, you know?
What if you gave me a reason to hit you way beforehand?
Yeah.
What if you did something to me blindly?
Did I hit you?
So that no, you didn't hit me.
Okay,
But
then you can't hit me back. If I didn't hit you, if I didn't square up with you and bust you in your jaw, then you got no right to put your hands on me.
Have you
All
ever
we
whooped
got-
somebody for hurting you or hurting somebody you know? Was you going to whoop them and they didn't hit you, but they hurt you? Or they hurt your family member? But you said, oh, we're
I
going to whoop them.
refuse to say that.
Because I know the truth. I didn't see you in action.
If you talk about that, I want to keep it right here where we are. Don't bring me into that foolishness because I've been changed.
Right.
The unfortunate part though about when you talk about
Cut this and bring us back in. So
it's like if I'm beefing with you, if I'm the leader of a country, you're the leader.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I'm proudly posted up with.
It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and this is a Thursday you won't forget too soon, y'all.
Yeah, you know what? You've heard his voice all hour long, and that's none other than our guest co-host, Marc Supreme. He's a media personality, public speaker, cultural commentator, and the CEO of DIGIM. LLC, a former recruiter in higher education. Supreme realized admissions counselors and others tasked to direct students to post-secondary success only provided students with half the necessary insight. So he set out to help break down the daunting decision-making process for high school and early college students by reimagining college fairs with industry professionals through a cultural lens. Supreme, along with his team, the Yanni Collective, created DIGIM College Conference to expose students to a diverse array of industries that may or may not require college and pair them with industry professionals from all over the country. He's an author. He's a program manager for Hot 97. Let's give another warm Brunch Bunch welcome to Marc Supreme.
There's a reason why you have that last name.
Man, look, look. I'm happy to be here. That wrote that.
No, listen, AI wrote it. No, but you are doing some amazing stuff, man. Welcome to Chicago. You know, you're from Peoria. You know, the second biggest city in Illinois, but you know, you're making it happen down there, brother.
Well, I think we like number 4, but I'm gonna go with second.
Okay.
Because Aurora is number 2.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we just second. I think Rockford got us too.
Oh, I thought Peoria had to be, but we'll take it.
But we got to crack it. Homer Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget
Y'all
about
been
that.
holding on to that for a long time.
No, in Peoria, if you come to Peoria, you'll realize that we don't hold on to it enough. Actually,
Oh, really?
That Peoria does not embrace the greats like we should, and Richard
Okay.
Pryor is one of them. You should see the statues like this tall.
Oh wow.
And, like for real, it's crazy. Tim and Bob, super producer duo, Tim and Bob, who produced like 50% of Boyz II Men music.
Wow.
The producers of the Thong Song, remember Thong Song?
Yeah.
Of course.
Peoria. That's Peoria.
Wow.
Case, I'm Missing You is Peoria. A lot of that stuff is Peoria.
I
Sean
love
Livingston,
Case.
Golden State Warriors, 3-time NBA champ. That's Peoria.
Peoria.
Me, that's Peoria.
That's it.
There
Listen.
you go.
Well, that's why I put Peoria number 2. You know, I
Oh, there
spent
you go.
because Marc Supreme is from Peoria, so forget Aurora and Rockford.
Well, it's so fantastic to have you here on the show. And I want you to tell us a little bit about your background and what inspired your journey on your media personality, public speaking, and cultural commentating platforms.
Thanks. So it started off, it's the reason why I went to school, actually. So the reason why I went to college, I thought I was gonna host 106 in Park, y'all. I thought after
You had to
Terrence
have a
J was
degree
there,
to
I
do
thought
that.
they was gonna have to come holler at me. And you don't need a degree to do that, but I didn't know how to get there.
Right.
And so I was like, well, let me just go to college and figure it out as time goes on. And obviously 106 in Park ain't on air no more. But on top of that,
They didn't
call
lie.
me either. And so I ended up working the radio in Peoria, but I had like media aspirations and I was trying to navigate different things, but it never panned out the way I'd hoped. I lived in LA for a minute, couldn't get nothing to catch, had things that almost caught on, but it didn't really catch. Lived in Atlanta for a minute. And the funny story about that is I had like almost a shoe-in for CNN. So like, cool, like I work CNN, my background's politics and stuff like that.
Nice.
And so right when I was on the verge of like having the meetings with CNN, a news article came out, CNN laid off, whatever, thousands of people. So not only am I not finna get a job at CNN now, I'm in a job pool in Atlanta with a bunch of people with CNN already on their resume.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I was in the back of the line, but then they kicked me out the building. and so
The line got longer.
it was struggle. So fast forward, like, just I was in Atlanta, broke out, wrecked it. I had a Benz. I don't know if you guys said I had just got a Benz. I thought I was, wrecked that. So it's like down bad, right? And so and then I ended up taking a job at SIU Carbondale because it was like, I applied a long time ago. They're like, you want this job? I was like, no, but I'm broke. So I'm gonna pull up. Then I ended up working at NIU and recruiting at different high schools throughout the state. And then talking to the students and realizing the trepidations and apprehensions they had about post-secondary options, and taking the experience I had not only in working in higher education, but also dream chasing in different cities, I fused those things together, and that's what led to this part. So just a passion for the culture, passion for us and the people, and then just trying to help students navigate their way so it'll be easier for them than it was for me.
And you're pointing to your book.
Well, the good thing is what the enemy meant for evil, God turned around for your good. And then you wrote the book, DIGIM. The D word, right? Dang. I graduated in May, and that led to your college conference. Let's talk about that.
The college conference came from, again, me working in higher education and then going to these college fairs, whether it be, in Peoria, up here in Chicago at McCormick, like they got the big, the Scholars Fair down in St. Louis, things like that. But all it was a college fair. So here's a brochure. Yeah, we got psychology. Come visit us. You know what I'm saying? Come to our school, apply for us. But it was no insider perspective outside of that. And so I wanted to provide something that gave students a little bit more insight into these careers that they thought they want to do. Because the thing, and I think all of us can agree, it's a difference from like wanting to study something and wanting to do something, wanting to be something. So sometimes I thought I was about to be a psychologist till I sat with I thought I was going to be the Black Dr. Phil. Until I sat with a real psychologist who told me the ins and outs of the profession. I realized after I talked to you and your problems, I'm about to be tired, and I got to talk to somebody about my problems. I'm carrying all your problems.
Well, if Steve Harvey hasn't showed us something, you may still be the Black Dr. Phil without the degrees or something, you know.
You never know.
But the book, tell us about the book, the conference, the college fair, so the believers can tap into you.
So so you can find everything on digimcoach.com. That's DIGIMCOACH.com. But the college fair is the college fair that we all know, the typical college fair, but after that is breakout sessions for arts and entertainment, government, nonprofit, information technology, business and entrepreneurship, politics, if I ain't said that already.
You can't say it enough.
Yeah, right. STEM and trades, because not everybody trying to do all that 4-year stuff. Some folks want to go be a barber real quick. And so it's not about this book or the fair. It's not about going to college. It's about figuring it out.
Figuring
and get
it
some
out.
insight from people who are already there so you can figure out what your post-secondary steps might be.
That's awesome. I love that. Because so many people are thinking, okay, I've got this plan, and maybe this plan is not necessary for you, but you got pressure. So your pressure puts you in a place that you definitely don't want to be. Yeah.
That's why that book, dang, I graduated in May, because so many people, they look up and it's like, dang, I have no plans after I graduate in May. And it come real quick. Yeah. And so when is the fair?
October 24th.
October the 24th is going down.
How can they get tickets?
It's just a pull up. If you in Chicago, look, if you in Chicago, you want to come, reach out to us directly, digimcoach at gmail.com. We got 500 students from Peoria area high schools that are pulling up. We got some super dope panelists. Marcel is one of them to talk about business and entrepreneurship. This is the first time I forgot to mention we got a sports panel this time.
Nice.
Our sports panel, super cool. We got Chris Reynolds, who is the chair of the NCAA March Madness Committee. Huge.
That's huge. To have that kind of access.
That's dope. Big shout to John Bodie. He's coming through. He used to work for the Bulls and works for DraftKings now. So we got sports. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's gonna be dope.
Tell them how to follow you real quick before we get out of here.
MARC_Supreme on Instagram. That's at MARC_Supreme on Instagram, on Twitter, and on that TikTok thing.
Listen, Marc Supreme, thank you for joining us. You got to come back and hang with us again. Listen, the next panel gonna be all politics.
And shout out to Tammy for catching me at the elevator.
Yeah.
I've been on the wrong flow, still looking for y'all.
Look at God.
Look at God. Well, believers, look at God. We are out of time, but we are never out of content. We encourage you on this Throwback Thursday, no matter what you're going through. Go home tonight, get in your bed, pull the covers around your shoulders, and go to sleep because angels are watching over you. Tamara Fair, I love you.
I love you, Action Jackson.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Up next, AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long right here on Inspiration 1390.
Y'all, this was a dope show. Make sure you go here. Your kids need to go. Anybody that you know that's struggling, your nieces, your nephews, struggling with what to do next. Like Mark said, it's time to figure it out. Y'all, thanks so much for this fantastic Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.